Hi, welcome to another episode of Frequency. Today, I'll let my guest introduce himself. Tell the people who you are, baby.
Hi everyone, I am Aphrodite Onyx. I
Okay,
am,
keep going.
I'm a part of Onyx Mid Atlantic. I'm also current vice president of Leather Boys of Color. I've been in the leather community a little over 20 years, but I've been in Onyx for 13 years, and I just started with Leather Boys of Color.
Oh wow, that is like a resume, like a whole resume to give on the. Let the people know who you are. I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. Today, we are going to be talking about some super fun things. But let's start off with your week. What you been up to? What you been doing? Who you been fucking? Who you been
Oh,
sucking?
wish I would have. I have what I call a lot of occupational pleasures. So I work in a field where I see gorgeous, beautiful men all day.
What does this feel?
I'm in the military.
Oh.
Yeah, I call them occupational pleasures. I look, but I don't touch.
You know, when I used to be in the good old army, them boys in the Bay. So I was in the infantry unit. Um, they used to smell so bad, but it was just they looked so toxically masculine, and
Absolutely.
it was like you stink, but I'd suck your dick.
That part.
I used to always look at them and just be like, There's this one guy. His name was I forget. No, his name started with a B. It was like Buble or Bubble or my army wife. I always tell everybody like my army wife. Hey, army wife, I love you. I always tell myself if I wasn't gay, I'd be married to her. Like, she'd be my wife. I used to always think about this NCO. He was so fun. He'd always come up to me. He'd be like, "Hey, James, how you doing, James?"
Excellent.
And I would just be like, "I'm good."
This makes you fold every
Yes,
time.
he did.
I get
And
it.
he had these gorgeous eyes, and he worked. I think he was a mechanic or no, he was a driver.
Ooh.
He was a driver, a truck driver. So he was always dirty.
Ooh. Those are the best ones.
But he'd come up to me. He'd be like, "What you doing this weekend, James?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm just going home." He's like, "Well, I'm going fishing." I would just be like, "Oh, I want to fuck that man so bad." Oh, have you ever had like an encounter in the military that like that you want to talk about, like something
Um,
that doesn't break you, CMJ?
because I'd been in during Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I just was too afraid to do anything with anyone. Um, I just didn't want to risk getting caught. So,
Well, you want some tea? I can give you some tea.
absolutely.
When I was in the military, there was this one NCO I had. She was like my direct head like line, right?
Hmm.
You know, I'm not even mad at her. She was getting that shit in.
I believe it.
She was fucking the S6 NCO. She was fucking the first sergeant from D Company. She was fucking one of the E4s from D Company. She was fucking one of the E7s from HHC. Um, and it was crazy because like I lived with her at the time. Like I had just like got married, and I remember going to back to the house.
Hmm.
And the first sergeant comes in. He's like, "Oh, what's up, first sergeant?" He's like, "What's up, James?" I'm like, "Hey, first sergeant." And then he goes into the room and proceeds to like fuck the shit out of her. And then he leaves. And he's like, "Bye, James." I'm just like, "Oh, okay, bye, first sergeant. Have a great day." Um, but like, she used to she was fucking so much, and I used to buy vicariously live through her.
Yeah.
I really did. I think the best thing she ever did was fuck the E6 NCOIC of S6
Hmm.
on the battalion commander's desk while he was
Oh,
TDY.
wow.
Yes.
Like I've heard people getting it in. I hear stories all the time, but I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not about to do that.
I was the watch. I watched the door to make
Yeah.
sure nobody walked in on her. Like while she did it, she's like, "I'm finna go fuck the E6 on the battalion commander's desk." I was like, "Get a girl." Okay.
I have lived vicariously through a lot of my
What's the
female.
craziest story you've heard? Like someone told you?
Oh,
Because I've heard people fucking in the field. Like that's nasty.
on the ship, they get it all the time. Like
I've heard ship life
ship
is
life
interesting.
can be kind of very interesting. Like I've heard stories of sailors renting out their storerooms to be able
Oh,
to
give us the tea. Give us the tea. Come on
like
now.
literally paying them to use their storerooms to to play and during deployment, and I mean they're making buku money.
Really?
Yeah,
Rent a room.
rent a storeroom.
Rent a storeroom on the ship.
On the
So how they
ship.
getting paid? Like Cash App, like cash?
Either Cash App, cash, or it's stupid to do it this way, but the Navy Cash Card, which we use on board ships, that can be tracked. So
That's a business for all you sailors out there. If you want deployment, rent your room out to make a couple extra bucks if you need to. I
but
love that. So is it true? Somebody told me he was in the Navy. He retired, and he told me he used to wake up a lot of mornings and he could hear like his shipmates like jacking off, like on the bunks below him because he said sometimes it was like 2 and 3 bunks.
it's 3 bunks. So yeah, the bottom bunk, middle bunk, which is the one you want because it's the coffin rack, and then you have top bunk.
The coffin rack. What does that mean?
So you can lift up your rack and lift up the bed part, and all your compartments for all your uniforms and personal items are there.
Oh, so you don't want to be on the top.
No, you got to
One
climb.
time in life, you don't want to be a top. If you're on a
'cause
ship.
I think the bottom rack and middle rack are coffin racks, and then the top rack you have two lockers.
Oh.
So we normally reserve those for those that are taller, so they have more head space.
So that's the craziest thing you ever heard on the ship, was just getting their rooms rented out.
Oh no. Let's see, what's something else? I knew a knew a senior chief that was fucking girls for qualifications to sign off on their quals.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he was getting it in. Till one girl he wanted said no, and he pressed her. And
When you say qual, you mean like weapons quals?
so we have what we call surface and air warfares, which basically, depending on the class of ship, you have to go through all the departments of the ship to get various qualifications. And I don't want to say his rate.
So like, is it like expert? Like,
Yeah. So
they were experts, but not experts in what they
Right.
needed to be.
Right. So the senior chief would sign off on his portion, but to do that he would have to get some. So that's how he was signing off on final portions of these various girls.
Lord, now that's scandalous. Ooh.
So he ended up getting caught and being forced to retire. So
I know that's one of the things I hate about being in the military. Is like when they got to a certain rank, it was like you don't get in trouble, you just get retired, and they like send you away.
yeah,
But like you E4 or E3,
Oh, no.
below, that ass is done.
get thrown the book.
You make it above E7 and you get in trouble, you gotta like fuck up
Yeah.
as an E7 to like get kicked out.
Well, I
Like,
know on the Navy side, it takes an act of Congress to get your anchor taken away.
yeah, like in the Army, it was like I remember like we had E7s and E8s that got in trouble with like sharp cases, like touching females or having cases brought up against them, and they would just get sent away. Like they would just end up getting sent to another battalion.
Yeah.
But like E5s and E4s that had sharp
Oh, no, you
cases,
getting kicked
rank
out.
gone. Like you E5 back to E1 or you get kicked out.
Right.
I was like, ugh, that was crazy to me. Military, I don't. It's crazy. Like being in the military, I never really had sex with anyone in the military. I didn't fuck anybody in my unit. Not one. Not one. Oh, that's a lie. When I went to Korea, I definitely did. When I was when I was in Fort Stewart, I had never fucked anybody. I think I just hated life so much. I just didn't want to be there. I used to fuck this one local guy though. He was really good. He was
Guys
nice.
are always amazing.
Yeah, he was like a civilian local guy. He had a daughter, and I would come over. Like anytime he didn't have his kid, I could come over to his house and like we would fuck. He was really good. That's the only guy I really fucked when I was in Hinesville. Hinesville.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
It's amazing where some of these bases are.
People try to sell Savannah as like Fort Stewart. Like, nah, bitch, it's Hinesville. It's like
Hinesville.
fucking 45 miles inward off
Right.
the goddamn shore, going down 144 on this like speed trap highway, and it was fucking horrible. Ugh. Anyway, have I done anything lately? Yes, I did. This weekend I was in New York. Let me tell you, it was a task to get to New York. So I have never rode the Amtrak. And I got on the train because the train got delayed. So the train was supposed to leave at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
The train did not leave until the train actually ended up leaving at 6, but it got delayed up until like it kept getting delayed in 15-minute increments. So around 5:30, it said delayed 5:30, but I never saw an update that said after 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, like, cause I'm a flight baby. I'll hop on a plane real quick. Like I've been on at least no lie. I think I've been on like 40 flights this year already.
Oh wow.
Like, I fly a lot.
Your point system must be amazing.
And I'm thinking like the airport. So I'm like, okay, when your flight shows up, it shows up, and you just get on the flight, right? Because you got to scan your ticket to get on the plane. I mean, so 5:30 rolls around, and a train rolls up at 5:30. So I'm like, okay, this is my train. I hop on. I'm going in the wrong direction. I'm supposed to be going to New York. I get on the train, and I get on a call. I'm doing this business call with this content creator I'm working with. And like I'm on the phone, I'm typing on my laptop, and the guy comes around. He's like, "Can I see your ticket?" And so I literally like hold my phone out, still typing on the phone, and he's like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "New York." He's like, "You're on the wrong train." I'm on the phone. I'm like, "Hold on, let me call you back." I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're going to Miami." I was like, oh shit. So I was like, what do I need to do? He's like, get off at the next station. He said go down 2 stations, take the train back. He said, because the next station is not going to have any trains coming for a while. Mm-hmm. I said, okay. So then I was looking up, I was like, you know what? If I get back on the train, I'm going to miss my train. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fly. So I get on my phone, I book a flight. I get an Uber from Burke train station to Dulles International Airport.
Oh wow.
$55. Book a flight, get to the airport, get through TSA, get to my gate, and they're like, your flight's canceled. And I'm like, okay. So I get back on the Uber, another $55, go back to the Amtrak. I spent $100 in Ubers this day, and I'm on the phone with the guy I'm going to see, and he's like, I think your flight. He's like, your train is gone. Let me see if I can. He's like, I paid the extra $10 so I can adjust it. So he calls me back and he's like, I changed your flight to the morning, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna try and just get on the train because my train left. I'm thinking they'll just let me on. It's a train. Like, he's like, no, your train's sold out. And so I was just like, ugh. So I get there by the grace of somebody, God, whoever it was. I'm at the desk and the guy's like, we're out of trains. He's like, we're out of seats. And I'm like, there's got to be something. He's like, well, let me check in another 5 minutes, and we'll see if there's anybody's checked out. Then he's like, oh shit, your train arrives in 10 minutes. Let me check now. Somebody canceled their train.
Oh, lucky you.
So I get on the train. I was supposed to get to New York at 8 o'clock. I get to New York around 12:30 a.m.
Oh wow.
But the guy I went to go see, marvelous weekend. I haven't had a weekend this fun in a long time.
That's lovely. I love that.
He's this guy I've been talking to, and it was very, very good.
Good.
Like, sex was amazing. But his character, his friends, just being through New York, it was a good time. I really enjoyed it.
I'm so glad for you.
I think I've made like a lifelong friend. I really have. So It wasn't really like a whole story. It was more like I made a good friend this weekend.
That's
and
good.
Had some good sex too. But
It's a good combination.
it was a great combination. You know that sex like when somebody's looking in your eyes,
Yes.
and like they just connecting
Yes.
with you. Like
Yes.
there was no like hole pounding. It was very much like just being deep in somebody.
The right playlist going.
Literally, no, we had no music. I should have had some music going. Oh, that would have been great. That would have made the moment perfect. But like it was like he was just like in there. And when I tell you this might be TMI, but when I tell you the bottom gods were in my favor, because I did not clean out once that weekend.
Oh, look at you.
No messes. Okay. When I tell you the diet has been great, because I'm, this whole bodybuilding competition I'm doing. So I literally only consume chicken, rice, and turkey. So like I remember that night he was like, I want to fuck you. And I was like, I remember saying it like, I'm not ready. Like, I said it just like that. I was like, I'm not ready. He's like, I don't care. And I was like, okay.
Brown flag.
And there was no fucking mess. I was like, holy shit.
Good for you.
I was like, okay. I was like, I can't reach my back because it's so fucking big. I was like, look at you, bitch. And then the next day, he ended up like getting sick. Like he wasn't feeling the best.
Oh no.
And he wanted to take me to the Eagle. And I was like, we don't have to go. And he's like, I really want to take you to the Eagle. And I was like, I literally ended up telling him, like, we're not going.
Right.
Like, you're not feeling good. And we should not get on the subway and go to the Eagle.
God.
And so he was like, you're really okay with, like, just staying inside? I was like, yes, of course. Like, I came to see you. I didn't come to, you know, my only thing I had to do, and he knew, was, like, I wanted to go to the Adidas store. And we did do that. But other than, like, the Adidas store, like, everything was supposed to be with him.
Right.
And he was like, you're so nice, like, to, like, not have to, like, we don't have to go out. And I took him to get a hot toddy. We went to CVS, got some medicine. And then we got home, and he was, like, really sweet. And he was like, I remember him looking at me, and he was like, the fact that you're so caring makes me want to fuck you. And then we fucked again. The next
While
time.
he's sick. Just sniffling.
Mm-hmm. And
balls deep.
no mess. Okay. You know, so it was like everything just, you know, how the universe was trying to stop me from getting to New York. It kind of felt like part of me was questioning, like, should I not go? I'm like, is something gonna happen that like I shouldn't go because I've been stopped 3 times on how to get to New York? But it was the most intentional weekend I have like had in a long time.
Yeah. And I tell people all the time, especially when I'm coming to see somebody, we don't have to go out. We can do movies,
Baby. Okay.
cuddle, and that's it.
We did a lot of that. It was a lot of cuddling, just chilling. And I was telling him
It's free.
that part. That part. And like I told him, I'm like, I spent a year in Korea. Like I was in the military. Like, baby, I could drink people under the table.
That part.
Them days of like partying in Korea to like 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m., they're done. Because like his group of friends were like, let's go to the Eagle. And I was like, what time are y'all getting there? And they're like, 12 a.m. I was like, what? They're like, no one's gonna be there at like 10 o'clock. And I was like, I was secretly happy we did not go to the
12
Eagle.
o'clock is crazy.
Oh my
Go to the
gosh.
club at 12.
People, it's a thing in DC because I be telling people in DC, like, let's go out at 9 o'clock. And they'd be like, no one's out at 9 o'clock. That's like when like the stragglers come through. And I'm like, well, I'll be a straggler because first of all, I don't drink. So like, even though I'm going out to be social. And honestly, unless I'm getting paid, I really don't go out because like I like with go-go dancing, I don't go to bars. Like I'm a day party type of person.
Yeah, that
like
too.
you tell me like a good like you know DJ set list from like 2 to like 7 o'clock.
Right, I'm in there.
I'm in there. Okay, it's great. Now you telling me the party started at like 10, 11 o'clock.
Like that's late.
I'm gonna catch you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I gotta work in the morning.
Right. Like, if I'm not already out by 8 or 9, yeah,
I'm not a step out the house at 10 a.m. type of dude. At 10 p.m. It's unless the bar is paying me to be there and I'm doing a gig.
the only time I'm really out that late is if for an Onyx event.
Exactly. Like if it's for you're part of an organization, but to like just willfully go out at 10 o'clock, that's not happening. All right, let's get into this episode. So today we are talking about Urophilia. For those of you who do not know what that is called
Piss play or water sports.
I don't know if you guys like getting pissed off. When was the first time you ever got pissed on?
Ooh.
What was that like?
So it was 2010. I was stationed here in Bethesda, actually, and I met a guy, and I still talk to him to this day. Great sex. Oh my God, great sex. And he's like, "Do you like water sports?" I was like, "Never really done it before."
Water
He's
sports? Had I not been in the piss play, I'd have been water sports man going to the goddamn like water park. Like, sure, yeah.
Right. That's what I said at first. I was like, "Well, I like Hurricane Harbor." You know, I'm 22, 23, so I didn't really know. He's like, "No, I'm talking about piss play." I was like, "Never done that."
How did he say it? Was he like, I'm talking about piss play, or was it more like theatrical?
Like, I'm trying to piss on you.
Oh.
I was like, not really my thing, you know. But then he's like, just try it with me. I was like, okay. So I got down on the floor. He had this tarp. I'm completely naked.
Hold
and
on. Was the tarp laid out before you got there?
Yeah, and I
So that didn't give you Jeffrey Dahmer
No.
vibes. Like when you walked in and you
I
saw a
saw it,
tarp
I was
on the
just like-
ground.
I was like,
you just bypassed the tarp on the ground.
what's that? And I was like, he's like, you'll find out. I was like,
Hold on. So when you walked in, you said, "What is that?" And he said, "You'll find out," and you just went along with it. You're adventurous. Okay, love this.
I was young. Probably wouldn't do it now.
I would have had questions. Why the fuck is that tarp on the ground?
He pissed on me, and it was almost like a shower, i.e., golden showers.
Like R. Kelly golden shower.
Yeah, like
was it like euphoric? Was it like a TV like slow motion scene for you?
no, it just
Like, what was going through your mind?
like
Like, this man is really pissing on me.
that part. It was he's pissing on me. I was like, I don't get the outside, but okay, if this is something he wants to do, okay, because being a sub, I love to please, so I tend to try things at least once just to see if I like it. Then if I do, I'll try it twice just to make sure. Then I'll start researching and seeing the ins, outs, yes, nos to whatever said kink or fetish is. And I liked it. And so, like, I was wondering, I was like, why is he drinking so much water? So he started fucking. He's like, I gotta pee, lay on the floor. So he pull out, and I'm on the floor.
Before or after he asked you for the pee part?
After. This was,
So he's already peed on you once.
Yeah.
So he's continued drinking water, and then he's like, "I'm a okay."
yeah. And so I didn't let him pee in me at that point. But
So like when he peed on you, were you like, is it like flash dance? You just like, me like
it was almost like that, at least to me.
You were on your knees or you like laying down?
I was just laying down,
were
just
laying
on
down
my back, flat on my
So
back.
like is
Well,
he
I
over
was-
you
I
and you're
was
like your head
trying
is
to be
towards
sexy.
him?
I was in a cute position, but he started on my face and just worked his way down, and
It didn't feel like you were getting waterboarded. I'd have been like,
I held my breath, so I think that probably helped.
good, because my
Yeah.
ass dumbass would have probably inhaled, and it would have been a whole horrible scene.
I didn't at that time I didn't want it in my mouth, so
Okay.
I kind of held my breath and tightened up my lips so it didn't go in. But over the course of the months that I was seeing him, I eventually had my mouth open and tasted it a little bit. I was like, ooh,
What was that first taste like?
salty, but it was a good salty.
Like I've always thought, like every time before I ever did it, and honestly, like I've done piss play. I have not tasted anyone's pee yet, but I've always thought it would be like a metallic taste.
Well, it's one of those things, you are what you eat. So he ate very clean,
Good.
and plus he was drinking a lot of water. So
I wonder if somebody's kink is like asparagus pee. Like
I'm not trying to kink it. I'm not going to yuck anyone's
someone
yum,
has that
but
type of kink.
I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum, but
Because everyone has their raunchiness and their
True.
smells. Like I wonder if someone's into that. It's not me. But
Yeah.
if you are into it. You can find them at
You know.
Mr. Dominus's page, and somebody will DM you and get you with who you need to be.
right. Then I think it was during that course I really started looking at. I researched piss play, and that's when I really learned you are what you eat. So anything that you drink, anything that you eat, eventually, well, it has to come out. So coffee piss,
That's horrible.
it's very bitter,
Oh god.
and I don't like the taste at all. Asparagus, you can tell if someone doesn't eat very well. It's very sour.
How many experiences did you have with bad pee?
Too many to count.
You know, okay, hold on. We're gonna get into the show. Okay, so first we're gonna do this little icebreaker. All right. So this is a would you rather kink game. So
Okay.
we're gonna start off. You have 3 options with each of these, right? So you're gonna say that's my kink is one of your choices. You're gonna have that's my limit, and then there is I try it once.
Okay.
I think these might all be a kink for you. I'm not too sure. All right, so we're gonna start with the first one. So, would you rather be fully clothed and get pissed on in public while no one notices? Or would you rather be strapped naked and pissed on in front of a private crowd that loves it. So of the two, you can pick one.
The latter.
The lather.
Yeah.
And is that your kink? Is that you try it once?
That's my kink.
That's your kink. Have you ever been peed on in front of a crowd?
No.
I feel like that's something I would try at like Doriali or at like Folsom.
The whole being pissed on while clothed, it just gives me wet clothes, and I hate wet clothes. And then
What about being pissed on in leather?
oh God, no, leather's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare.
I've
Neoprene
always thought
maybe.
like if I got pissed on in leather, it definitely wouldn't be like full leather. If anything, it'd be a cheap harness.
Right, it'd be
A very
cheap
cheap
harness and a very cheap jock.
Yes.
Like almost that vegan leather that's not real leather. That'd probably be the only thing that I would use. I wouldn't use general cow or sheep leather. It's way too expensive.
Because for those of y'all don't know, if you guys have harnesses in there, y'all supposed to be cleaning those.
Yeah.
I learned about that last
Saddle
year.
soap goes a long way.
Yes. Conditioning your leather is a very important thing. Mold will grow on that.
Yes.
That is a thing. All right. Would you rather taste someone else's piss after a long night of partying or drink it first thing in the morning, strong and unfiltered?
I don't do morning piss. Did it once, and it was, oh my God, my stomach hurt all day.
Oh, you drank it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How was that? Is that, I'm guessing that's your limit?
That's my limit. Well, I would almost have to say it depends on the person. Again, we are what we eat when it comes to anything dealing with fluids. If you're a relatively healthy person and I know that you're a typically healthy eater, then yeah, I might take your morning piss. But if you're a trash eater and you don't drink enough water, yeah,
I think my morning pee might be good because I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of sparkling water. I don't know if that's bad or anything, but I think I'd be okay.
yeah. Like sometimes.
What about you? Would your morning pee be okay?
Not at all.
I love the honesty.
Not at all. I don't drink nearly as much water as I should. But like one of the things I love about Watersports is the sound of it hitting the toilet.
That is therapeutic.
Like whenever I've been on the phone with people and like it's a very distinct sound, and people were talking to me via video chat on the phone, and I can hear it. I was like, oh my God, you're pissing.
I love that sound when the pee starts to leave the body before it hits the water.
Yeah.
Like it has this very distinct sound.
sound.
It does. And then when it hits the water, it's like it's I don't know.
It's a trick. I don't know. And it's kind of like you can gauge people's
cock size from their urine stream.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. I was literally about to say that. You definitely. I've been in the bathroom and I'm like, that motherfucker got a big dick.
I was like, damn, that stream is strong. Ooh.
I thought I was one of the. I'm so glad because I've always thought about that. Like I've heard people's streams. It's like it's either his urethra is big, or he's got a big dick.
Right.
Because you can tell by like how someone's stream hits the urine thing in the bathroom. You can
or
tell.
worse, like I know a lot of people, especially if they have strong streams, they'll use the actual commode versus the urinal, and you can just hear it. Like it's like a Olympic diver hitting the water.
I have definitely stayed in the bathroom to hear somebody pee. I'm not gonna lie.
Facts.
I've definitely done that.
Well, I follow people in, but I ain't got to pee. But I just want to hear it.
I just want to hear what it sounds like. Okay, let's do another one. Would you rather be the center of a golden shower gangbang, or be the only one allowed to give your piss to everyone else? Which one's your limit? Which one's your kink? Which one would you try once?
I would probably say my kink would be a golden shower gangbang.
What is that like? Like in your eyes, like what is that like? Everyone's pissing and fucking you?
Pissing and fucking. Yeah.
In both holes?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Spit roasted.
That's a lot of fluid.
That is a lot of fluid.
So like you notice when you clean out, sometimes if you use too much water, you get the water starts to absorb and you have to pee yourself. Do you think like you would have to like piss a lot after
absolutely.
you get pissed in?
Yes, like you're getting fucked, you're swallowing it. So all that liquid has to go somewhere and you're pissing it out. So it's the ultimate golden recycle.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
I'm hot.
Absolutely.
I love that. that. Have you done that?
No, it's on my bucket list.
How do we make that happen for you?
Probably a trip to New York or something.
A trip to, like, where do we, like, let's make this happen for you. What do you need? How do we make this? Like,
Well, a lot of
a
people.
list of people. Listen to him, guys. His DMs are open. Okay. How do we make this happen?
You know, as long as you're into piss play, but a lot of people call me bougie because I'm specific with my piss. Like, even though I identify.
Why's that bougie? That's what you like. You like what you like.
But because I consider myself a pig, you know, but being my job, I can't take everyone's piss.
True.
And one thing in the community, we like to take a lot of additives. So maybe for outside piss, yeah, I can take whatever you want. But if you want it inside, I'm a bit pickier because, you know, if you're smoking or depending on what you're smoking, it'll absorb into me and
True.
I'll end up high.
There's a lot of like chemistry, like clinical chemistry to piss play.
Yeah.
On how to make it actually beneficial and enjoyable.
Yes.
It's not just one of those things like, we're going to try this thing. Because you can either try it could be like a horrible experience. Yeah. Or you can try it can be a great experience.
Yeah, true. And luckily for me, my first few times was absolutely an amazing experience. It's one of the things that kind of tipped me over to where I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I flag yellow."
So I remember my first time being peed on. It was in the shower, and it was very like my husband kind of just peed on my leg, and it was so warm, and it was very like, it felt really good. And then I met a guy here in DC, and he painted this like piss fantasy, and I was stuck on it. And I remember I met him. We don't talk anymore. He fell out. His fault. And he was like, I want to take you and like have a fuck session with you and have my friends come over and then like we'll all fuck you.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
And then he's like, I'm just gonna watch and make sure you're safe. And at the end of the night, he's like, I'm gonna piss in your hole and fuck the piss out of you. Like,
oh, that's hot.
And I was just like, he set the standard for my next Urophilia engagement, and I really want to try that. And people always ask me like, "Are you into piss play?" And I'm like, "Yes," but I've never drunk piss because I have this like I want it to be with the right person. So like my husband is not into it. He's more of a like, if you want to be peed on, I'll pee on you. But he's not like I want to pee on you. But like I've met some guys that were like really into piss play, and I was like, I just want to know the person a little bit before.
Oh, absolutely.
I drink your urine.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely like I'm not opposed to it at all.
Yeah, I'm very selective when it comes to piss play and who I actually allow to piss in me or who I drink from, because I'm very intrusive with trying to find out. One, do you do drugs? What drugs do you do? Okay, those I get. Or what else do I look for? How much water you drink? Like, let me go see you piss. No, it's too dark. I need you to go ingest some more water and then come back and piss again and then drink some more water.
This is like a process. Like we gotta wait for them to like get ready.
Oh
sometimes.
Yeah, yes. Because a lot of people, at the end of the day, piss is toxins leaving the body. So there is a correct way to do it to where, you know, as long as, granted, it's toxins, but it won't get you sick in a sense. Sometimes.
I agree. Okay, so we're going to get into our episode. All right, so I have some talking points here.
Okay.
So one of the first things I want to talk about, one of the points it has here says, many of us grew up being told to keep things clean in our homes, in our languages, and in our love lives. And I think Urophilia really plays against that.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. So when growing up in a culture, especially like, so everyone has their kinky sides, right? The things that they enjoy. Typically growing up in a, most of us, like, were you allowed to be like openly gay as a young person? Like,
Not at all.
So, neither was I. So I grew up in a very Caribbean Seventh-day Adventist home.
Oh, wow.
And it was like gay is not a thing. So like everything, like even from how we kept the house was super clean.
Yes.
And one of the points like this is making is how we're taught even in our sexuality to like it needs to be clean,
Clean
like the roses on the bed, we have to paint this like portrait
portrait.
of like this clean sex life. And Europhilia spits on that. Like, so what is your perception of someone getting into piss pay and going against the norm of a cleanly sexual experience?
Well, I think even piss play can be low key kind of clean. You as long as excuse me, you have the right setup, i.e., tarps. They make waterproof blankets now. You can still have that textbook clean type look, but
I don't think piss play is clean at all. That's just me personally. I
But-
mean, when I say clean, I don't mean I'm not. I don't think it's on. There's a difference between clean and unsanitary.
Right.
I think piss play can always be sanitary.
Right.
I don't think it's ever clean because there's going to be a mess.
Right.
There is no walking away from a piss play scene and like
True.
let's just go get coffee now. Like
Right.
you got to clean something up.
I mean, true. But there are additives to help, like waterproof blankets, reusable puppy
Make the
pads,
cleanup easy. yes.
easier. But yeah, it does go against the stereotypical norms of the sex life. It's grungy, and I think that's one of the things I love about it, because you have your sex and then you have your kink, but then these are one of the more extreme kinks or taboos that people talk about, and it's just something that you can just, with the right person, be intimate and be nasty and it'd be okay.
I agree. I think there takes a certain type of liberation when it comes to Urophilia and allowing yourself to just kind of like step into that like that mess of a sex scene. Not that it's like a mess, but it's like it's going to get
It's going to get
messy.
messy.
It's going to be sporadic. It's
Yes.
going to be splish splash, okay, Hurricane Harbor, as we said. There's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be a mess.
And I think it really takes you allowing yourself to like. I think to me, piss play is a extreme sense of being able to let go
Yes.
because you can't control that shit.
No, you can't. It's especially like throughout my leather life, and especially my my life of being a bottom. Like, I've always wanted to be a pisser, like, i.e., while I'm getting fucked, just letting it rip. And for the life of me, up until like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I was actually playing with my toys, and I was like, I gotta pee. And I have a whole puppy pad blanket situation that I normally play on. So if there is a mess, I just throw it in the washer, boom, good. And I was like, I am not stopping. The flow was feeling good with my stroke, and I just let it rip. And it was one of the most liberating and pleasurable, because right after that, it was a bunch of pre-cum. And oh my God, it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful.
So it says sexual sovereignty means reclaiming control over what turns us on. How has Urophilia given you sexual sovereignty in your sex life?
It's given me the feeling that it's okay to be nasty. It's okay to be that pig. That we have the saying, "Don't yuck my yum." It's my yum. If you don't like it, go away.
I love that. I really stand on the fact that this is one of those kinks that I think it really takes a level of confidence to be in.
Oh, absolutely.
And even to like, I think it's one of those kinks that, especially in the Black community, it can be some people can have a little bit of hesitation announcing their interest in this kink in a non-kinky forum.
That part.
So like at brunch with the girls.
Yes.
Like, I got pissed on last night, bitch. You did what? Like, hold on. I really think that to be able to like freely talk about this and the interest in it and your love for it, it really takes a sense of confidence and liberation to really be in this.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the main things that we want to push on this podcast is allowing people to be in that space. One of the things this talks about is erotic surrender of Black masculinity. One of the points that I made earlier was being pissed on can be labeled as weak or disgusting, especially for Black men in our community. as a young man being pit like in certain movies,
Yeah.
like after you've beat the shit out of somebody
Yeah.
or you've done something like as a disrespectful way, it's been known for something to dehumanize somebody,
Right.
right?
It can be. It is.
It can be, and that's how like it was. The first time I saw somebody get pissed on in the media was not a pleasurable
Yeah,
thing.
it wasn't.
It was something that was like, well, fuck that dude, you
Yeah.
know, and I'm gonna show him, you know, I'm the man, and he's a dog, or
It's
he's
almost
he's
like marking
less
their
than.
territory. Yeah.
Exactly. And we've literally like been exposed to these horrible things, of these horrible perceptions of what this is, and we've turned it around.
Right.
And so it's like from black culture to our kink culture, how would you help somebody make that transition and change?
Well, I would tell them, first of all, they need to be secure within themselves. Sexual freedom is almost like being unplugged from the matrix. You know, you have to realize, one, within yourself, I'm nasty, and it's okay to be nasty. I'm kinky, and it's okay to be kinky. And it will set you apart from everybody else, because once you start really living that lifestyle, it naturally blends with everything else.
Well, I like the fact that the liberation of being able to say I'm nasty. I think that's hard for some people to say.
Yeah.
Like I think my perception of that, like when you get into our kinky groups as gay men, it's easy to say things. And I know there's a time and place for everything. There is a time and place for everything. But to be able to express this interest in a non-kinky forum, and to be able to say, like, I'm a nasty person when it comes to some of my, or I'm a kinky person, I'm a picky person, there can be a negative stigmatism with that.
Yeah. I think because of how, do I want to say this? How the gay community likes to heteronormalize us in relationships, and oh my God, you must be the woman, you must be the man, or even in the black community where everything's supposed to be hush hush. You know, we're so afraid to let go. And I think because people are so worried about what other people think about them, they don't want to let loose in their own personal life.
I think that's a very true statement, especially when it comes to people. But I think like the black community is very, very much like the perception of other people.
Yes.
Especially like our perception even in the workplace.
Yes.
How we're perceived, how we have to act a certain way. And then we also internalize this, and we perpetuate this on each other. My perception of you when I'm out with you, like you have to be this type of black person.
Yes.
Or you have to be like this type of sexual person. And if you deviate from the norm, it's like, what the fuck?
Yes.
And I love your analogy of unplugging from the matrix, because it really allows you to be an individual. And like, we don't have to fit the mold.
We don't.
Like, being in the mold is fucking boring.
It is. And even if you look at certain celebrities, they don't fit the mold. Black, white, and different. That's what makes them stand out. So that way they can get whatever job or gig that they need. They stand out. So as a kinkster, or even, as a kinkster, stand out. You know, that's how you get your following, if that's what you want, or your partners. And you can be a learning beacon for others and an inspiration to others.
One of the points I have here, it says, breaking the idea that real men must be in control at all times.
Oh, God.
And I definitely think that that statement is very true.
Yes.
Especially as black men, we are very sexualized in media, and you know, in the kink spaces, and like people see us and they see us as hypersexual, and sometimes, it's like sometimes I feel like it's hard for black men to have. To be fluid in their sexuality sometimes. It's like people like paint us as like either they're like super femme or they're super masculine. And I'm like, why can't you have those stages of being both? Right? Why can't I be super masculine one day, and why can't I be super, you know, feminine one day if I want to be?
Because I've encountered, you know, super masculine guys, eventually sometimes when they get behind closed doors, they're super femme, or they want to be. They're wearing the lace, they're wearing the heels, and that's okay. I like it. Whatever makes you feel comfortable to be able to have an experience with me. Let go, let loose, make mistakes, get messy.
How would you like if someone came up to you and they asked you like, "Hey, I want to be able to like let go of my sexual, constraints." And especially with your experience in being into Urophilia, what's some advice you'd give them to let go?
So,
Especially as black men.
I would say, really look at what you like.
Sorry, as a black man.
Man, as a black man, look at what you like. It's more of an internal conversation. Think of those things that you don't tell anybody that you want to try and explore them. Like, open up that back closet and be like, okay, I want to do this, whether it's Urophilia, whether
They're
it's.
gonna judge me. They're gonna say, and I say that as them.
Right.
To say they're gonna say that, and I think another point to that is them understanding that you're going to get
You're
judged.
going to get judged.
Everyone is not going to accept you in your sexual
Right.
liberation.
And it's.
Because you threaten them.
Right. And it's like, do you want to be happy with yourself? Is this something that's going to make you happy? If it is, try it. If you don't like it, okay, try something else. But it's okay to be sexual and be happy with yourself.
I love that. All right, so the next point I have is building emotional and erotic intimacy through piss. So tell us a very intimate time where you had a experience with piss play that was very intimate. Because I think, like, okay, so example, the first time I fisted somebody, that was a very intimate thing. I thought it was gonna be one of those like checklist things, and
Oh,
like
no.
being inside that person was just like, wow,
Wow. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I think when we think of piss play, it's like, oh, it's messy, or it's just this sporadic thing, like, let me piss on you, and like, okay. But I think sometimes people forget the intimacy that can be in piss play. So like, give us an example of
So,
a very intimate time.
The guy that got me into it, we were talking back and forth, and I finally told him I want you to piss in me. He's like, okay. And so we had another session, and I come over, and of course he drenches me in piss first, and then the
Where
next.
are you? Are you in bed? Are the waterproof sheets out?
Yeah.
Take the scene, baby.
Were there water? He had towels.
Okay.
So lots and lots of towels, and so we're fucking, and he's rearranging my insides, and I am here for it.
We love that.
And then he stops, and I'm like, "Are you okay? Did I paint? Are you okay?" He's like, "It's fine. You're good. You're good. Just relax." And I was like, "Okay." So he's stroking slowly, and I'm just like, something. I felt pressure, and I was like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "No, that's me. That's me." And I was
That's
like,
me. Come on, that's me.
and I was like, "Are you?" He's like, "This is what you wanted." And when I tell you, the orgasm I had while he was fucking the piss out of me was everything.
Was it internal or was it like an ejaculation?
Internal.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god! Like, he proceeded, after he finished, he proceeded to fuck the piss out of me, and I orgasmed profusely. It was, oh my god, it was amazing.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then he came in me, and I was just like, yeah, I am satisfied.
Come and piss and ooh and lube. That's
Yes,
ooh.
it was a mess, but the intimacy between us was absolutely everything.
How does a man pissing inside of you correlate to intimacy for you? Like, what is that feeling? What does that click in your mind? Like, what part of it?
For me, it's still a part of him and coming into me. It's the same thing as someone coming in me. It's you in me. So for me, that's how I equate it.
I remember today I was walking down the hallways of my day job, and I was thinking about the experience that I had this weekend, and I was thinking about like, what is sex, right? And in my mind, I'm just like, a lot of times like we have like animalistic like feelings where we just want to fuck, right? But today part of me was like thinking about it. I was just like, sex is really just the fact of wanting just to be inside somebody else, right? Like the fact that like you are so aroused at the point wherein like your body physically reacts, and the end goal is to leave a part of you inside them, right? That's why we love breeding people because it's like you're marking your territory.
You're marking your territory.
Right? And I think piss play is a great way for people, another way for someone to like leave their mark.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
And that's why it's another level of intimacy. It's not but it's still another, like I said earlier, it's a part of them in me.
So give me your example of this. So some of the things that I came up with today, it was saying ideas for transforming piss play into a ritual. So ways to get people to get into this. One of them was warm showers continually to get used to them and starting the piss play in showers. Another one that I said was, this person said call it a baptism. They said something like receiving a blessing from the person of them giving it to you. I guess they were trying to figure out. I asked some people what their ideas of it was. And then one more was some people like using dirty talk while they do piss play.
Oh, absolutely.
To get used to the idea.
Oh, yeah.
So what are some ways for somebody, if they're not into piss play, to get used to it?
Warm showers. Is always a good thing. You would have to kind of play in your piss to figure out the temperature.
Are you saying you pee on yourself first, or are you saying someone pee on you?
Actually, yeah. I think that's...
I've seen some Twitter porn that I was like, I remember one night I saw this dude piss on himself, and I literally went in the bathroom and did the same thing. And I was like, that was so hot, I had to go try it to myself.
Actually,
I jacked off and did it.
How I knew I like water sports, when I was younger, I used to pee on myself.
Really?
Yeah. It was the weirdest thing. I didn't know anything.
Would you like pee down on you? You'd pee up on you?
Yeah, I'd pee up on me.
Okay.
I'd get in the shower and just pee on me. And then...
See, so your first experience was with yourself.
Yeah, it was.
It really was.
It really was. At least for outside piss. But that was one thing that I kind of kept to myself. But yeah, I would say warm showers. Even singling, depending on what kind of shower head you have, kind of single it out to where it feels like a piss stream. And then warm enemas to give your body the chance to understand what's happening. Because of course, depending on how your hole is trained, you can keep it in you. But warm enemas, kind of a little bit of a sodium, so that way it doesn't really mess with you. And then just research, watch porn, figure out what you want to do.
I think for me, the first time when I peed on myself in the shower, and there was a very tingling and like warm sensation.
Yes.
That I felt, and part of me was like, it was funny. It was fun, and I didn't really think of anything because I was a kid and I wasn't sexualizing the experience at anything. But I remember my first time doing it as an adult and peeing on myself, and like anything that's warming feels good.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So it's not like ice going down your back.
Oh, God.
Like, have you ever had somebody lick your balls with like ice in their mouth?
Yeah.
Like, it's a very like whoa feeling. like it like gets all of your senses on 10.
Yes.
Like Urophilia at piss play, it's very like calming sometimes. I know it's like it can be like that sensation of like someone's really finna piss on me.
Right.
And I think if you can get that out of your mind, the actual contact of it hitting your skin. Now, if they peeing on you and it's cold, they need to go to the hospital. If someone's peeing on you, something is wrong.
Right.
But when it hits your body, it feels good.
It does feel good.
It's a very like soothing sensation. And then it can feel a little uncomfortable because then depending on like the ambient temperature of the room, it can get cold.
Yeah.
Right? Because now you're laying in like cold wet sheets or whatever's going on. You're like, oh, what's going on? But that initial feeling, it's great.
It's a bit of AMSR with the sound and the feeling. Yeah.
Tell me, so one of the things that we didn't talk about, I think we talked about you drinking pee, right? How was that, like, the actual gulp?
Ooh.
Cause I can imagine like the whole like the it getting like your and it's going in your mouth, but that like initial like let me see if I can get the microphone to hear this. The
That
initial
that.
yes.
Um,
How is that?
uh, well, for me, because I drink so much water, like I told you I'm weird.
You are not weird. You are you.
I used to train my throat to be able to gulp from like pouring a water bottle down my throat and just gulping so I can get used to the continuous stream. And I remember the first time I drank from a guy, we were outside. He's like, I gotta pee. I was like, okay.
So you've
So
already done water sports before, right? I said now this you're
this is my
you're choosing to swallow something.
right. This is my first time really drinking from the tap.
Okay.
I think
The
this
first experience you said you're tight-lipped.
yeah. And then like Piggy Simpson's activated. I was like, I want to taste that. And then I walked over and he's like, what are you doing? And I just tilt my head and I just gulp, gulp, gulp. And I was like, ooh, that tastes good. You ready to go?
So I experienced something like that. Not me. I watched somebody. I was at the Las Vegas Eagle.
Oh, wow.
It's not really an eagle. It's just called the Eagle.
Yeah.
It's a very like hole in the wall bar. But there's this guy. I follow him on Instagram actually, and I met him there. Then I ended up meeting him again in Augusta at an event that we ended up going to. But he was in the bathroom, and I kept watching him. He walked past me, right? So, don't judge me. I'm in my early days of kink. I don't know shit. He walks past me, and I'm like, the fuck? I said, that motherfucker smell like pee. And I was like, why he smell like pee? He just walked past me. What the fuck? And I was just
I'm crying.
but I remember seeing him in the bar, and I was
fire.
very attracted to him. Though. This big old beefy bear, like burly, hairy, muscular. But he just reeked of piss. I mean, and I was just like, maybe. I don't know. Maybe like the bathroom door is open again. He walks past me again, and I'm like, he doubles back, and I'm like, frownsy. I was like, there it is again. I'm like, why does this man smell like piss? Now I'm intrigued. Okay, I'm not disgusted now.
Right.
The first time it was like, what the
fuck?
fuck? Like, I don't expect to smell
oh.
this. But then the second time, I'm like, oh, so it's him. Why does he smell like pee? And then I'm playing pool with my husband, and in the I'm gonna paint y'all a picture. I'm playing pool with my husband, and as I lean over the pool table to shoot this ball, the bathroom is adjacent to me, and I see this crack is open in the bathroom door, and I see this man on his knees, and he looks up and he opens his mouth. And the man unzips his pants and he pulls out this big cock, and he looks in his eye, like he opens his tongue and he's just adamant looking in this man's eyes, and he's just like this. And I'm just like, I'm still leaning over the pool table. I'm like, oh, this is why he smells like pee. And I watch somebody swallow pee for the first time.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't all get on his mouth, but he pees down his throat, and some of it gets on his beard and his shirt, and he is keeping eye contact the entire time as he's swallowing this load. And I'm just like, oh, okay. It clicks why he smells like pee. Now I'm just intrigued. And he comes out of the bathroom, and we end up like talking, saying hello to each other. And then he goes back in the bathroom again. And now I've positioned myself so I can watch him go in the bathroom every time. And I'm sitting at the bathroom, and I'm just watching, because he leaves the door open. He wants people to see him, so people can continue to come get him. He drinks like 10 loads that night.
Oh, wow.
He's just
strong
drinking
stomach.
piss. And I remember one of the people, he had a cup in there. So for like guys who had like wild streams, he would put it in the cup, and then he would drink straight from the cup.
Oh, nice.
He kept eye contact with everybody. And that was my first like real induction into like Urophilia. And I was just like, this is interesting. And I remember I was so turned on by it that like I wanted to go pee, and I was like, I'm gonna go outside and pee against the wall, because like this is I just wanted to do my own little thing. I'm like, I'm not gonna pee on anybody, but I went outside and I peed against the wall, and I opened my legs, and I was just like, I just imagined peeing on him. But I just remember that experience vividly.
Oh wow,
I really
that's
do.
a good experience.
I didn't like how he smelled the first time though. It was
True.
and it was once I realized why he smelled like it and his desire to do it, it was very like, oh.
Yeah.
And I was intrigued. Now,
That's the grungy part
I've
of
been
water
told
sports.
the best water sports is like beer and water. To drink those liquids. But I don't think everybody was drinking those liquids because
No.
he ended up smelling like he smelled raunchy
Yeah.
at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like like when your dog pees and you smell
No,
pee, but
like-
it's like it's pee. No, he smelled
like a
he
urinal.
had arm musk and piss smell.
Oh.
You could smell him in the bar
oh my.
where he was. He was being a pig and he loved it, and I loved it for him.
Oink.
But in conclusion, so we're gonna close up this episode because we have one more segment to do before we end. Give other black men that look like us, give them a final take on your experience and why you believe that this is something they should try, and how to like destigmatize a negative point of view on piss play. Like, how would you encourage the community to try this if they haven't, and how it's okay and to normalize it?
It's loaded. I would really say, first conquer your fear of it. Try it on yourself, and then from there, do your research and find people that it's okay to play with. So that way it's not so much a degradation or a humiliation, but it's a celebration.
I love that. I like your point of view of actually like trying it on yourself first, because this is not one of those kinks that you have to have somebody else
Right.
to do. It can very much be by yourself, and I think it's important to annotate. It's okay if you don't like this.
Right.
It's
not
very
for everybody.
Okay. Like, we're not saying you have to like piss play. Right. But for those of you who are interested in it and you want to try it, I think some great places to try this, if you've never done it, I think you should really either the apps or Rhinecon is a good place if you are looking for someone to try it with. I think this is something to have a conversation. But if you are not on the apps and you don't like social media like that, I think a conversation first, but meeting somebody at a bathhouse is not a horrible idea.
True.
Because a lot of bathhouses do have places where you can pee. Like, if you live here in DC and you go to Crew Club has a giant ass fucking shower.
Yeah.
You can sit against the wall and get peed on if it's your thing, and that shit can wash right down the drain, and you can get some soap on the wall and keep it pushing.
Right.
I wouldn't piss in the sauna or the steam room. Don't do those things. But there are many bathhouses have wet areas that if the interest of just being peed on is of interest to you, if you're gonna get peed in, I think you should have a relationship with that person. That's just me preferentially, because you don't know who they are or what they have in their body. But if it's just being peed on, a great place to start is the bathhouse.
Yes.
And to see how it feels, and if you don't like it, you wash off and you go to.
You wash off and you go. And that's the one thing I love about the leather and kink lifestyle. If I don't like it, I tried it, marked it off the list, keep going.
Checkpoint. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you for the invite.
Your experience is great. Your knowledge is great. I think people have learned a lot, especially when it comes to like how to consume things for your experience to be a lot better. All right. So one of the last segments that I do on the show is we ask people some of their sex questions. So these are just random sex questions.
Okay.
And you get to give your point of view on what you think about them. I saw a good one earlier. Actually, I've gotten quite a few today. All right, here's one. The glory hole and cum dump lifestyle.
Okay.
Do's and don'ts, best cities and preferences.
Ooh. Best cities, Chicago.
I'm going to Chicago next weekend. So if you are into glory holes and cum dump lifestyles, what's a don't? I can share a don't. Let me give y'all one. It's not more of a don't. It's more of a I saw it. I'm a big believer in connection.
Mm-hmm.
So most of my sexual experiences and sexual engagement is not like you're hot, I'm hot, let's fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of like you're hot, I think you're hot, you think I'm hot, we have a conversation, we see if there's a connection, then we fuck.
Yeah.
I was at this pool party and they were fucking. There was a fuck house, and there's this boy sitting on his he is sitting on his knees, and there's a line, there's a literal line to fuck this boy in the face. So the first dude comes, fucks him in his face, nuts down his throat. The next guy, he's just he's living his best life, and I'm sitting there. I just sucked this man's dick, and this man compliments me, like gives me the best compliment ever. And I'm sitting there with my husband, and I just remember the guy that I sucked his dick. I really wanted him to fuck me, but I didn't prepare for that. But I'm watching the guy get load after load. This old man came up to fuck this man in the face, and he's fucking him in his face. And I remember when he was about to nut, he pulled back, and he released this like greenish yellow tinted load. And I remember looking at Haskell, and Haskell looked at me, and we were like, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh my god! I'm trying not to yuck anyone's yum, but yeah.
And we were like, I think that man's definitely got an STD.
Yeah.
It was everybody, and I felt so bad because the boy didn't see it. It went down his throat, and then someone went on his beard, and it was just like this, like mustard tinted. Like Haskell looks at me, he grabs me, he's like, "We're leaving," and we left. So, if you are into the cum dub lifestyle, I would say, look at the loads.
Look at the loads.
Look at the loads.
Yeah.
Do not just, and I know part of the cum dum lifestyle might be just take whatever load. Right. I don't believe in that. I would say a dude would definitely if you can have relationships with these people or just commonalities like a first name or like,
get to know them first.
A little bit. I know some of you guys are into the
anonymous.
Go to the anonymous, and that's your thing. Just know that comes with risk.
Right.
We're not judging you. If you do it, just know the risk that comes with not knowing who you're getting fucked by. But I would definitely say one of my don'ts is just don't let anyone just nut anywhere and you not know.
Yeah.
What it looks like or
But even being in the cum dump or the dump lifestyle, that's the Russian roulette we play.
Mm-hmm. It definitely is a Russian roulette. You're not wrong.
Make sure that if you are in that lifestyle, go to the doctor.
100%.
Frequently.
And I like that point. I used to approach sex from a make sure you're good when I was young. And I had to change my mindset. And it's like, I just got to make sure I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, because you can tell me whatever.
Right.
And you may lie.
Right.
At the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself.
Yes.
So if you are into the cum dub lifestyle, just make sure, like you said, go to the doctor, but make sure you're good.
You're good.
And whenever you do these things, I would frivolously get tested out.
Yes.
Just to make sure.
If you're going to be in that lifestyle, at least every quarter, you need to be getting tested.
Okay. Next question. This one's more of a have you ever. It says, have you ever had sex with sex dolls?
Sex dolls?
And if you do, what are some good practices?
Say that again.
Like a sex blow-up doll. I've
never. That's on the list, but they're expensive. And
really?
If that's the case,
they have some interesting sex dolls.
They do.
They really do. I've been in the sex store and I've seen some of them lifestyle size ones, like with the skin is real feeling.
Right.
But all the ones I saw were always women, so I was never like turned on by them. But it was like interesting to see the makeup of it, right? I don't have any. I
don't have any sex doll stories.
I guess clean the doll off. Make sure it's clean.
Make sure it's clean. Antibacterial soap goes a long way.
100%. If you can stick your doll in the washing machine, in the dishwasher, stick it with the dishwasher. Let's see. Okay. Any suggestions on nipple suction for hairy dudes? Mine's always fall off my nips.
It may be the type of sucker you're using. Because before I got my nipples pierced, I used to pump mine when I pumped. Pumping's another kink of mine. Me
too.
I would spend a good money. I know if I can brand drop, if that's okay. Oxballs makes good ones. There are a couple from Mr. S Leather that are good, but being hairy, you need a good lube. So
Yes,
lube
people don't
around.
realize you do need to like lube up
Yeah.
before you start pumping.
So I would use like
I've bled from dry pumping before.
that part. Use a good lube on your nipples and make sure you get a good suction. And even if you're hairy, you can still get a good suction to be able to pump.
Yeah, because I don't want to have to shave my nips to pump. That
No,
is a very
because then it looks weird when you take your shirt off.
And honestly, I would if I were into it. My other suggestion would be, I have some in upstairs. They're like, it looks like a cup. They're like red, and like the mouth is like this big.
Yeah.
And it has, so if you are, depending on how big your areola is, you want to make sure that you have a cup that can probably cover a larger air surface area, so that way it can get the suction of your hair. And because the whole point of nip pumping is to get the suction, right? So the smaller the nose is, the harder it's gonna have. Like that's why, like in the army, they don't want us to have hair on our faces, because with gas masks, it's hard to have this have a seal.
Yeah.
So the larger surface area you can get, the better seal you will be able to get to if you are into nipple pumping in your hair.
Yep.
All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You are full of knowledge and experience. We always love that. Do you have any final remarks for the people? Anything you want to let them know? Tell them where they can find you on Instagram.
So Instagram, I am Afro_Tesh. So APHRO_TESH. And just love the skin you're in and be okay with it.
And be okay getting it peed on.
And be okay with it getting peed on.
I am Mr. Dominus, your host of Frequency Podcast. Thank you for tuning into another episode, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.